Oh man, what a tune. Hello and welcome to Live with Alan. Tonight we're going to be talking about a few different things. First and foremost, though, what you just heard was Gypsy by A Sound of Thunder, originally recorded and written by the one and only Merciful Fate. Um, so, first thing on my mind tonight, Kathy Griffin. You do not, under any circumstance, behead a sitting president and take photos of it unless you're known for that sort of thing. Be conceived as a death threat, and I believe the whole world just very obviously saw it for what it was, a desperate grasp at attention for someone who hasn't been relevant for a long, long time. And uh, you know what? Women aren't funny. Women aren't funny. Anyway, um, so what I want to get at is, you know, she had a gig. She was on TV, and she did this desperate attempt at getting attention for herself, and it just outright backfired. She lost her job, and she's saying now the president is personally attacking her. Well, you know what? She started it, and I don't feel sorry for you at all. But before any of that, I want to say she's not even creative. You know who did it first? Gwar. Gwar did it first. Can we get that up? Can we get that up on screen? Gwar did it first, and I want to know in the comments whether you're watching this live or watching it later, who did it better? You know, you have Beefcake the Mighty, Kathy the Griffin. Beefcake the Mighty, Kathy the Griffin. Not only that, but who would you rather fuck, Beefcake the Mighty or Kathy the Griffin? I'm going with Beefcake.
Beefcake, definitely.
Thank you. Disclaimer about tonight's show. My usual producer, Austin Hamlin, he couldn't make it tonight. He's stuck at work pushing commercials for a baseball game. So in the studio with me tonight is friend of the show and fellow Box Earth theorist, Adam Okowski. What do you have to say to people?
Go to importwarstore.com.
Link in the description?
Link in the description.
Link in the description! Holy shit, we have it finally! Uh, fantastic. Any thoughts on Kathy Griffin?
I mean, she definitely bit off of Gwar. That's very disrespectful. Gwar is an entity that needs to be respected. They're from outer space. Came to the flat Earth, like from the
Box Earth.
The Box Earth, yeah, sorry. For the scumdog from the scumdog planet, and from there they decided to enslave the Earth. That's cool, but they're the ones who decapitated Trump first. And Kathy Griffin needs to understand that you can't just do that from the slave masters.
Would you be okay with the collaboration?
I don't know. It depends on her role. I think if she stood off to right stage, maybe.
All right, so I've got an idea for you. Kathy Griffin goes up on stage in the Volvatron suit. No offense to you, Kim. You're awesome sometimes. But Kathy Griffin in the Volvatron suit, shooting out blood from her tits.
I think that would work.
You would watch it?
I would watch it. The size of her tits would matter, though.
Well, it's the suit. That's the suit.
Oh, it's the suit?
Yeah, Kim can't actually shoot blood.
I'm pretty sure she can.
Kim, I'd like to have you on the show. We'd like to do some investigation, please. Kim Diller, Richmond, Virginia. Come on the show.
Can you shoot blood from your tits?
Moving on. I love this button. This is the best. This is the dumbest fucking button. That's the best thing in a long time. France. We have pulled out of France, and a lot of people are pissed. But you know what will be worse? Getting France pregnant and not being around to raise it.
Pulling out is safe.
Pulling out is safe, and it's the best possible option when you don't have a Snickers wrap. That's all I got to say. I will say this, though. If the Donald knocked up France, he's got the money to take care of the kid. You know, little French Trump running around. Lay Trump. I think he would do it.
That's right.
He'll build a wall and keep the kid safe.
There you go.
You build a crib, you make the kid pay for the crib. I love that button. That's all I got from my shit today. You'll notice in the background a very, very angry woman who has not built her own wall yet. One of my guests tonight is Nina from A Sound of Thunder. And then also with me here in the room is Josh.
Cheers.
Nina, come over here. You talk now.
You talk, woman.
Bitch.
The CBR network radio system. Base Cliff.
Okay.
You guys ever
Hello?
heard of them? All right. So you radio.
That's Code Base. That's Vicky. Hello.
Oh, yeah.
Hello,
Oh,
Vicky.
so Vicky just sent me a message, a private message. She asked if I was doing this as a favor to you, and I said yes.
Yes, of course you are.
Yes.
Nobody cares about me.
I
Wait.
thought we were doing this for the career advancement opportunity.
Oh,
career advancement opportunity.
yeah.
No, that's what you did on the couch after.
Right.
Oh, what's that gonna get me?
But no, this is why we pull out. Before we get into it, you guys tend to have some different political views than I do. We probably voted for different people.
Really? I didn't know that. Fuck this.
I don't like you anyway.
That's all right. Just sit there and drink my tequila.
Well, exactly.
How do you guys feel about this? Because I know you're not Donald fans, and you would take any chance you can to mock him, but he is a sitting president.
Yeah.
And you know,
About the Kathy Griffin thing?
yeah, and full disclosure, I didn't like the Obama shit either. I voted for
Well, I think, Trump hasn't done anything that bad himself. Nugent said some pretty bad things, and Trump has given his approval to Nugent. I don't think it was appropriate to have him in the White House, really.
Yeah,
But
I'm not saying it is.
my only real problem with what Kathy Griffin did was what actually Trump himself posted about, which is that he has a young son.
Oh, fuck that. Okay, so this is what I don't
Into the
like.
mic, dear.
This is what I don't like about fucking normal people. So they see Kathy Griffin with a head, and they're like, oh my god, it looks so bad, it's so evil. But, like, we see this shit all the time, and it's no big deal.
Well, it
And
also
didn't-
looked fake as hell.
It looked fake as hell. It looked like a Halloween mask covered in blood, and, like, that's not even close to edge. That's, like, high school edgy. So everybody's, like, so offended. They're like, oh, what if his young son sees this? Fuck his young son. I'm sure he's seen worse. I might.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Um,
Also, fucking normal people.
who did it better though, Gwar or Kathy?
You know, neither of them did it well. 'Cause
I'm
they
not
both
gonna
look
give-
fake.
I'm not going to give her
Unless
shit
you actually kill the president
for that
none
idea
of them did it
because
well.
that was a photo shoot. So as far as I know, it was the photographers or somebody else's
Also,
idea.
just so
Yeah.
we're clear, Gwar definitely did do it.
Well,
They
obviously.
use alien technology to put his.
Yeah.
He's a replacement now.
Well, then-
He's a replicant. How he went from Democrat to Republican. Anyway, so let's talk about the Sound of Thunder stuff now. Okay? Can we do that?
That's okay.
I don't think. Would you guys mind? No.
Nina doesn't like talking about
So
Yeah, fuck
this is what we were listening to. This is your cover album called "Who Do You Think We Are?" Right?
Yeah, now let me destroy your metal cred. Can you tell me what album that cover is a swipe of?
Ooh, maybe I got this.
Maybe Adam has it. I didn't get a look at it. Isn't it something Alice Cooper did?
Is it something Dio did?
No.
Looks kind of like a Dio.
Well, the monster in the background, no. The layout of the cover is a swipe of a famous album cover.
By who? Bro.
Sabbath.
Oh. Which era Sabbath?
The one you probably like better.
That doesn't
Dio?
tell us anything.
No.
Like,
You like Dio better?
I think Dio's a much better singer, but
I
the
agree.
Ozzy
Fuck,
songs
now
were
I
better.
like you a
Well,
little
there
bit
we go.
more.
Yeah.
The Ozzy songs
figured
were
you
better.
liked
Dio.
it. I figured you liked the
Dio was
70s
Heaven
stuff
and Hell,
better.
though, weren't they?
Yes.
Like that's what they toured under.
Well,
Now-
no. They were
After.
Black Sabbath back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, you don't know the name of.
No, what album is it?
Sabotage.
Fuck, you're right. I know that cover. No, I didn't pick up on it because you did the open thing. So what's the backstory behind this? Why?
Behind that record,
Yeah.
we had half of a covers album done already, and so we
And paid for by people that weren't us.
we ran a Kickstarter for the previous album before that one, which was an original album, and one of the Kickstarter rewards was to choose a cover song for us to do, and so many people did it that we had half an album's worth, so we figured we'd just finish it and put out an album.
Finish the rest of it on your own dime?
Yeah, Kickstarter dime.
No. We ended up having to cover about half of it.
And that sort of leads into my next question. You guys do like 90% of your stuff on your own by just getting fan support and groundswell. And I knew you guys when you started out. Where did this come from? And I'm not discrediting you. You guys have well deserved your fan base, but how did this just
I have
explode.
I,
What are you looking at your tits for?
I don't think that was it.
No, it wasn't. Clearly these didn't do
I mean,
anything.
the second okay, the first album and EP we put out basically don't even exist. Like nobody,
Yeah,
nobody.
fuckers.
8
That
people.
was what, Metal Renaissance?
Metal Renaissance
Yeah.
and the
And-
self-titled EP.
Sound of Thunder.
And like 8 people in the local area have those, so it
Yeah.
definitely wasn't those.
No.
The second album was not kickstarted, but we did. Well, first of all, we started working with Kevin Gutierrez, who was a local metal producer for a long time. He lives in Texas now, but he's worked with a ton of the local, Iris Divine, Division, plus other bigger names like Deceased, Raven.
Plug him real quick. What's the name of his studio?
Assembly Line Studios. It's based in Austin, Texas now, but he used to be in Northern Virginia, and he's a fucking spectacular metal producer. So we weren't happy with the first album. We went with him for the second one. He's more expensive, but he's a professional. He's got 2 platinum records. Like, he's not gonna give you a cheap price, But
Fred Durst has 2 platinum records.
I mean, to be fair, Kevin's 2 platinum records are for shitty records, but
He did the Twilight soundtrack.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Not even joking.
I feel dirty having been in his house.
I mean,
Yeah.
I feel dirty, period.
Or dirty.
I am filthy.
so I mean, his records sound good. So all credit to him for making us sound good.
So he's the key.
Well, he's definitely part of it. He would be, he's not the 5th band member that people talk about, and because he doesn't write with us at all. Like, we don't go in and have a producer change the arrangements or anything. But as far as getting the tones, he was huge with our drummer Chris, because Chris is like, if you just let Chris go, he'll play nothing but fills. So Kevin locked Chris down and got him to play beats and like make it sound good.
What a concept.
Yeah, right. Occasionally have a backbeat and don't walk through the one. So Kevin was a huge part.
What are you doing, reading lyrics?
No, I'm talking to my World of Warcraft.
Oh.
Nice. The second album got us on a little prog label called Nightmare Records, and they distributed the album worldwide, so that helped, get us in, at least in the U.S. with like the Prog Power USA fan base.
Yeah.
Which is a small but passionate fan base.
They travel to Georgia every year.
Every year, yeah.
Same.
Georgia
1,300
sucks.
People meet up in Atlanta every year.
No, I went once. It was awesome, and they kept trying to. I'd like to go back, but the problem is that like I spend all my PTO with our bands. Like, I don't really have time to travel to see the band.
But if they ask you to come back and play, you would.
Of course, but they never will. I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay. So you guys do it on your own, but Kevin helps you. You have your go-to guy, and you're love you enough.
Well, yeah. So after we worked with Kevin and we got on Nightmare, the next album after that, the third album, Times Arrow, was the first one that we kickstarted.
Here's a question for you that just popped in my head. It's not on our talking point. But considering fans essentially prepay for your album, do you write sort of catering to what you think they want, or do you guys do what you want to do?
No, we haven't done that. In the case of the very most recent album, we were kind of like in the mood to do a little faster, heavier stuff. We were kind of like, I think the fans will like this, but it was kind of also what we were ready to do because we did a concept album before that.
Mostly what I wanted to do. This next album is all.
Nina just wants to kick ass,
Yeah.
basically. The rest of us are like, let's have musical exploration.
That's stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
That's dumb as shit. No.
So you're all sitting around holding wieners, and Nina's the one without a wiener, so
Yeah.
she has a different thought process.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a wiener.
Say that into the mic again.
That I have a wiener. It's just not attached to.
I'm gonna take. Button we can push.
I have a wiener.
I have a wiener.
I have a wiener.
I have a wiener.
Speaking of buttons. Thank you. So moving on, your fan base and all that. As we said earlier, we have some different political views, but we're still friends-ish. You're very outspoken. You're one of the most diverse bands I know. Latina chick, old Jew, Chris.
Kind of you, thank you.
I don't know if I can say Chris if that's on the open. And then Jesse, who's a schoolgirl.
Yeah, Chris is gay as fuck.
Yeah, Chris is the
That's out
gayest.
there.
I didn't know because it wasn't in it.
Yeah.
What? You didn't know?
No. I didn't know it was out there.
Oh,
Because
It
when
wasn't 100% out when we started the band.
no,
when I-
he's out.
Okay.
Out.
Okay, cool. I want
What
to
do
have
we
him
call
on.
him? He's what? I guess a power gay.
He's a power
Did he
couple.
come floating out of the closet?
No,
No.
he came like jackhammering.
Chris is the manliest of the 3 men in the band.
So
Yeah.
he came stomping out.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a top,
Yeah.
and yeah, he's
He doesn't know how to
He's
dress.
a power top.
He's also
He's a power
old.
top.
Chris is from
Well,
the
no,
greatest generation.
What's weird is, yeah, he's gay, but he also dresses and acts like everyone. No.
Yeah.
So he doesn't know how to dress because he drums.
He does not have the fashion or the design gene at
No, all he likes to do is fuck men. That's the gayest thing he does.
And yet, it's the only thing that can satisfy you.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I had a friend in high school make that argument as to why he wanted to be.
I mean, that makes sense.
It's just like being super straight. It's
Yeah.
above straight.
It's like Superman. He just keeps beating all these other dudes, and that's the same thing as being gay,
Yeah.
except you do it with your dick.
It's like I'm
He's
so
beating off
straight.
other dudes.
Yeah.
I'm so straight. I have to bang dudes.
Exactly.
Austin Hamlin production. So, with that in mind, how liberal and outspoken you guys are about various things, what do you do that hurts you? Because I know you guys have taken some stances that may have lost you some people off.
We've definitely lost some fans, and I think we've damaged a couple of connections with promoters and possibly even label people.
Probably.
I won't ask you to name names, but can you give me like one or two stories? Each, like, so Josh, give me a story.
Oh.
Well, I mean,
Like recently, it's just been. I know for me, like, I'm just not gonna take anybody's shit anymore when they say things that I don't like. So I'm just gonna like
Build a wall, keep them out.
build a wall and keep them out. Yeah, exactly.
my story is always the same. It's just a Facebook post that pisses someone off, and they're gone forever.
Yeah.
You know.
But like, Facebook is okay. So I'm on Facebook all the time, and that's one thing because what it does is it lets you see into the world of people you would not otherwise understand that they are like this, right? But so let's say you're at a party and some guys start saying some really offensive things, and maybe they wouldn't be offensive if everyone was white, but because I'm not, I pick up on it, and they don't realize that I'm not white. So they'll look at me, they'll be like, yeah, fucking Mexicans.
Hold on. They don't realize you're not white?
No.
She looks kind of like she's from New Jersey.
No, she doesn't.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
I mean, if you couldn't, hold on. Well, say cabbage,
Cabbage.
say garbage.
Garbage.
She's not from Jersey.
I don't know. I can kind of hear the Jersey in it
Garbage.
just a little bit.
Garbage.
Garbage.
So that's the thing. If someone's from Jersey, it's the same word.
Say garbage.
Garbage.
There you go.
But yeah, some people, they like, I guess I pass as white or they don't really see me as one of them. That's actually, oh, I do have a story for you for that. So,
Hold on. I want you to drink a little more and then tell the story. Okay.
So, there was this one time where I was with some in-laws, and
And you're married to a white man.
Yes, yes. And the in-laws, one of them was very drunk, and she said, Nina, you're so beautiful. What are you? And I'm like, I'm Salvadorian on my dad's side. And she's like, no, you're not. You're like Italian or something. And I'm like, what? Why would you say that?
I'm Italian.
Yeah, you are Italian or something. But it was weird because she couldn't imagine me being that was a thing.
Well, you speak very good English.
Thank you.
You speak Spanish, though, right?
I've got a good one. We were told we played a club in West Virginia,
Oh, yeah.
and we did our set. We were hanging out outside after, and the club owner came out and he was like, "You guys were great. You guys are welcome back here anytime. Invite whoever you want, and I just want you to know it's okay if you invite colored people as long as they don't act up."
Yeah, that was a thing.
Somebody said that to us.
Oh, somebody called me a porch monkey in West Virginia once. And I laughed because I'm like, that's not even the right.
Maybe he was taking it back.
He was like driving by in a truck and he slowed down when he saw me and he rolled down his window and he yelled, hey, porch monkey. Drove away.
That's a slur for black people.
It wasn't like a guy in a
You don't look
lowrider.
black
I
people.
don't look black at all, I don't think. But I mean,
What's up, my porch monkey?
yeah, no.
It wasn't one of those.
Mm-mm.
You didn't have on a shirt that said porch monkey for life?
I wish. That'd be a great shirt.
It exists.
Some lady in Springfield said I should go back to my own country once.
Springfield sucks.
That does.
It's the armpit of the Beltway.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
Actually, no. It's
Annandale.
probably a worse place.
Annandale.
I was thinking of somewhere in
Annandale's
Maryland.
Great. What?
Bro,
I was probably thinking of
Silver Hill?
the Beltway.
It's almost the Beltway.
No, it's not.
It works.
What?
You can't see the Beltway from Hoodbridge.
Oh no.
Yes, you can. Like in the distance.
I'm never gonna get tired.
What is the worst place on the Beltway? Bladensburg. Bladensburg, Maryland.
Is that on the Beltway?
Yeah, right off the Beltway.
Or any dry county.
Is there a dry county?
There is. We were talking about this before the show. The speakeasy that you saw us at.
Where's there a dry county?
I forget what fucking town it was in, but there's a metro stop there, and there's a sex dungeon. That's all I know, and you're not allowed to buy the liquor. You can buy beer, buy liquor.
That's dumb. And the only reason for there to be a dry county is because Jesus. So therefore, by the transition.
No,
property-
actually, no. Okay, so my husband's hometown was a dry town up until it's Damascus, Maryland, and they were a dry town not because of religion but because of tradition. They were like back in the 1800s. Everybody got super drunk during election day, and they were like, we can never get drunk again, so we're making this a dry town, and just kept it that way.
Maybe that happened this year.
You know what?
Everybody
That
got
makes sense.
super drunk.
Everybody
on
got
election
super
day.
drunk, and that's why everybody, yeah.
All the posts I found says that the speakeasy's in DC. I guess
But it's not.
it is.
But it's in Maryland. Maybe that's a new one, because I heard that place closed down.
You said that I saw you there, and I don't remember.
You were there, Adam was still in the band, and we were playing as Kiss.
Why don't you guys take some more time to figure this out because it's so interesting for your viewers?
It is. Oh, you want to talk about your shit? Get your own fucking show. All right. Because Princess Josh wants to talk about his shit. Austin Hamlin production. Since Josh wants to talk about his shit, I want to let's move on to InfoWarsStore.com. Link in the description. Finally.
Buy seeds.
Buy the seats. Survive. Get that alpha brain and do it for your caveman ancestors.
I want to buy that like brain stuff, the brain pills.
Alpha brain.
They make you smart good.
Make you
They
smart.
make you smart real good.
All right. So, in the interest of hurting yourselves, who's the girliest in your band and why?
Jesse.
For many reasons. Jesse is the girliest in that he's the most emotionally sensitive.
So you have a very openly gay man.
Yes.
He's the least girly.
He's the least girly.
By far.
Yeah.
By far.
And
You
then
have an
there's me.
actual girl.
Yeah. Okay. In the list of least girly to most girly, it goes. It goes Chris, me, Josh, Jesse.
Shots were fired.
Oh, yeah.
Exclusives were dropped.
I admit that.
Yeah.
I'm passive aggressive.
Yeah,
That's
he
my
is.
girly attribute.
Be a bottom or a top.
Be a power bottom.
Would you do all the work but still be on the bottom?
Totally be a power.
I don't know. I think I have IBS. You probably don't want me to be a bottom.
Oh.
No, that just means I did my job.
Cajun mouth, Hebrew butt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Means he likes spicy food, but it doesn't last very long.
Yeah.
And
It has a
Austin,
short half-life in me.
and Austin Hamlin production.
Actually, that would be a good name for an album, Cajun mouth.
Or at least
my
a
solo
That's
album.
gonna be your solo album.
Yeah.
concept album
Yeah.
from start to finish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All in the course of the.
Yeah.
All right. So in that regard, girliest in the band. My next question is, what is this Woman of War thing you're doing? First off, what's the name about? Why are you doing it? And who's involved?
The name is Womanowar because it's a Manowar tribute band with a female singer.
You're singing. Congratulations.
Yeah, finally.
Thank you. It's gonna be terrible.
We're doing it because Chris is currently out on a shoulder injury, and we can't play gigs as a full band. But we got bored, and a couple weeks ago, Josh, Jesse, and I were driving in the car and listening to Manowar, and we decided to love Manowar and decided to put together a tribute band. And friend Dewey, who has recorded some videos, is gonna be our drummer.
Okay.
So we're just gonna be a female-fronted Manowar tribute.
What happened to Chris though?
What is
He
it?
has a labrum tear, so basically
He was in labor.
his bicep, where it meets his shoulder, is medically speaking all fucked up. And they're gonna eventually have to do a surgery where they sever his bicep from his shoulder, and they staple it back down to the bone down here, and he's gonna be out for several months. So
Wow.
he's actually able to rehearse with us right now, through the discomfort a little bit.
But he hasn't had the surgery.
No, they have to do physical therapy before the surgery to get a better outcome.
I think he's gonna wait until after we go.
Ooh, tell me about that.
We're doing a show in England in
August.
Yes.
Basically in Birmingham.
In Birmingham.
Near Birmingham.
In Birmingham.
Cool.
Somewhere up there.
Yeah.
And is this your first time out of the country?
No, we played Canada once.
It will be our first time overseas.
That doesn't count.
Montreal.
Attitude. Canada doesn't count.
No.
That's America's parking lot.
Everybody spoke French.
It's American.
Oh, that was a great time. We were walking through Canada in Montreal, and this homeless guy goes up to Chris, and he speaks to him in French, and he's like trying to get money. And Chris is like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't speak French." And the guy's like, "Oh, don't worry about it, bro. I speak English."
So they have bilingual hobos.
Yeah, their hobos are smarter than us.
Public school.
Public
Public school. You can get smarter by buying InfoBrain from InfoWarsStore.com. Link in the description.
Alpha Brain.
Alpha Brain. Did I say InfoBrain?
Yeah.
Did I say Alpha?
You need some info brain.
I don't fucking know.
Alpha brain.
For all you alpha males, alpha brain.
Okay. So that's one tour story. You guys got anything else?
4 stories?
Yeah. What's like the best and worst things that happen to each people on the road?
We had a guy walk up to us in South Carolina after one of our gigs, and
Terrible.
just randomly goes, "So, what's the deal with your drummer? He queer?"
Oh, yeah.
An Austin Hamlin production.
And we go, "Actually, yeah, he is." And he goes, "All right, that's cool."
And then he buys us all shots.
Yeah,
How did he know?
he just had gaydar. I think he might have been gay.
I've been
I
gay.
don't know.
What's the band shit.
Oh, we have a fucking world exclusive on Sabaton in
Yeah.
Minneapolis,
What's
St. Paul.
Okay.
Are you gonna drop some Sabaton knowledge?
No, because this guy, he's not their drummer anymore. But one time we were doing a show with Sabaton in Minneapolis.
One time we were playing with Shabaton.
This
Drink
guy-
more.
And the show went on late because the drummer was watching porn while he was setting up his drum. It was
On
like-
a full TV.
Yeah.
They moved a TV onto the stage, and we're playing porn.
But like it
on the
was
stage.
bizarre because like why were you?
during
He
sound
was
check.
just watching porn randomly.
But both of his hands were.
Yeah.
Maybe he gets himself all horned up and retard strong, and
That's how he gets his game face on.
Weird.
I mean, you wouldn't know what it's like to play a
This
show
wasn't
with a
like-
raging boner.
This
But
wasn't. This was like 5 or 6, 7 years ago, so it wasn't streaming either. It was like they had DVDs with them.
oh
they were playing
man,
on.
Yeah.
You know.
they can't afford Blu-ray and Sabaton.
I don't think there was a lot of Blu-ray back then.
Yeah, there was the PlayStation 3.
No, 6
What?
years ago, Sabaton.
Can we isolate that for future shows?
What is the name of that folk metal band where the guy threw me over?
Metzatol.
Metzatol. Oh, I love Metzatol. We played a show in the same building as Metzatol. And
By the way, we have 7 people watching now.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people.
They haven't even chimed in.
It's more than 5.
You guys can say hi in the comments and ask your own questions, or you can go to InfoWarsStore.com. Link in the description.
Maybe they're commenting on Facebook.
There is. Hold on.
This is gonna be really sad if there aren't any comments on Facebook now.
No, I just have a message.
I shared it too. So.
Oh, Austin has chimed in. He says it's good to know his presence is felt.
Oh.
Just gonna leave that up there.
Presents.
I love that button.
We almost opened for Manowar on a tour.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so we had an agent working for us, and we were told that the buy-on per show, and also kids, if you go see a headliner and they have any opening bands, chances are that opening band paid them cash per show to be on every show. It's called a buy-on. Nobody gives these opening spots away for free. So we were in the running to open for Manowar, and we were originally told it would be $600 per show, and it was like a 12-date tour. You know, it wasn't a big tour. 12 dates. We were into it.
Yeah, count that.
No.
That's a lot.
Public school.
Public school.
Yeah.
So we said,
You
yeah.
get it.
We told the agent to tell Manowar, yes, we'll do it for $600 a show. We'll do the whole tour. So they sit on it for a while, and we hear back like a week later from the agent. They're like, yeah, listen, I'm really sorry, but I heard back from them, and they want $1,500 a show. And we're like, fuck. That
No.
doesn't like at that point it doesn't make any business sense because there's zero chance we're gonna make $1,500 in merch, anywhere close to $1,500 in merch a night, right?
Mhm.
And then some of the fans would probably enjoy us, but also Manowar fans are notorious for treating openers like shit. But we're like, it's fucking Manowar, and it's even if it doesn't make business sense, it's bucket list stuff. Like we could open for Manowar, it would be cool. So so we're like, okay, we can't afford to do the whole tour. We'll tell them, agent, please tell them that we'll do the West Coast. We'll do 4 shows on the West Coast. 4 people will split the $6,000.
So you'll go all the way to Cali.
Yeah.
Yes, that was
Just
the
Like
plan.
4 shows. Give them $6,000.
Like they don't have to do anything.
Yeah, they don't have to do shit.
Just they're gonna get $6,000 for nothing.
So we said, tell them we'll do that. So the agent goes back to them, and a few days pass, and we hear back, and the agent goes, "You're not gonna believe this. I just got a call from Joey DeMaio. He says you guys can do the tour for $3,000 per show. You're going to have the time of your lives, and at the end of the tour, you're going to get down on your knees and thank them for the best time of your life." And we told them to go fuck themselves.
Well, literally told them to go fuck themselves.
No, we just said no. But we can say it now.
So anyway, Manowar ended up going out on that tour with 0 openers. So they literally, instead of taking free money that they didn't have to do anything for and giving their fans an opener to warm up and have an extra band on the bill, they turned the money down and went out on their own.
And they had to cancel several of the gigs on that tour because they didn't have enough money to pay for the what do you call it?
I don't imagine
Venues.
that enough people go to like a Manowar show to that kind of money movement.
And tickets were like $70
$70
Yeah, there were
each.
$70 tickets.
Yeah, like
small
I'll pay
venues.
$70 to go see like Judas Priest or something.
Yeah.
Well, their issue is that when they play in Europe, they play priest-sized venues, and they're kind of butthurt that they can't draw that many people here.
I feel like Europe's more into metal like that. Like
Yeah.
over here they're more into like the death, like growly,
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
stuff. So like I feel like there's not enough.
Well, that's the thing. Manowar made their reputation a little later
Yeah.
over there. Maiden tours big venues here, but they're touring these big venues here off of what they did in the 80s.
Also,
Yeah.
Maiden kicks.
Also, Maiden
Yes.
kicks ass. Also, Maiden doesn't take themselves as seriously as Manowar.
Manowar go out half naked
Manowar,
every night.
all of their lyrics,
They take 100% serious.
Which is weird because they sing about like metal is a literal war with
Yeah.
music, and it's like that's obviously not the case.
Yeah, wearing
No,
jeans
but I
and
saw-
leather, not Cracker Jack
I
clothes.
saw a
Yeah.
great poster. I wish I could credit the place I saw this, but I can't remember. But it basically said, if you want to understand fascism, read Manowar lyrics.
All right, so let's follow up. We have greetings from a William Austin.
That's my husband.
Sounds gay.
Pretty gay.
And then the real Monster D says, "Wow, it's Monster D's favorite band, and they're live. Now this is worth missing, Maiden. But Maiden kicks ass."
That is
Wow.
Damien. Hello,
Hi,
Damien.
Damien. Hi, Willie.
He's missing Maiden to watch you guys talk to me.
I think he wasn't going to Maiden.
He probably wasn't going to go to Maiden. But if he's literally missing
No,
Maiden to
let's
see
say
us-
he skipped Maiden to be here for this.
Yeah,
Thank you,
why not?
Damien.
Yeah, Damien, thank
for
you.
the sake of your egos.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
he understands.
Bye, Adam.
I'll be back.
You'll be back. All right, don't worry. I got this under control.
Live whiz break.
Live pee break. Then we have bottles here.
Yeah.
Pee in the bottles.
Let's pee in a bottle.
All right, I got this. I got the control.
Benny, send-
That's the important thing.
Let's talk about the many times in A Sound of Thunder history that we shared a stage with death penalty.
Hold on, real quick.
Yeah.
You have questions flooding in
Oh.
from 2 additional people.
Val, why is my girly brother not there? Aww.
Chris has a sister?
No, it's Jesse's sister.
Shit.
Yeah.
What's up, Al?
If you could have someone make a signature tequila for A Sound of Thunder, who would you want to be responsible for that? Thunder tequila. I don't. Anybody who can make tequila.
I mean-
don't know anybody who makes.
This guy.
Big Cuervo?
No, we know. Okay, if Sammy Hagar can make a rock tequila, then fucking Mark Tornillo.
Sammy
Sorry,
Hagar- No,
sorry, Mark Tornillo can
Sam-
make a metal tequila.
Sammy Hagar's Jägermeister. Hagermeister.
Hey, oh god. No, Mark Tornillo can curate our Sound of Thunder
Now you know what we need? We need a sound
tequila.
of Tito's. Oh, Tito's is vodka. I would love it if Tito's.
Why not
made
just-
a perfect vodka.
Why not just call it a sound of...
If we were gonna have a signature booze, though, it would be moonshine because we're at kind of, sort of in the South, and also moonshine is like 140 proof.
The one we drank yesterday was 160.
Yeah, it's in my freezer.
And we are technically in the South.
We are.
Richmond was the capital of the Confederacy.
We are technically in the South, so if anybody wants to make a signature Sound of Thunder moonshine and sell it like off the cuff. Somebody's asking how the rehearsal space is, Josh. How is it?
What's the screen name on that?
Arts Blast.
I don't know who that is. I'm
I
sure I
think
know who that
that's-
person is.
I'm pretty sure that's Jesse's sisters.
Oh shit, we have 8 people.
Oh, that's Val. Okay, so yeah, the rehearsal space is deflooded. We actually met up and were not able to play today because it was still too damp down there. So yeah, I don't know. It's an issue. We may be pulling a what's the name of that fucking band? A Winter Sun. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
we may be trying to do a Kickstarter
I
to fund
really
a
need a
rehearsal
Now,
space. At some
is
point.
too damp down there. This is the first time you've ever had
Yeah, that's never happened to me before. It's always bone
Have you
dry.
heard about Winter Sun's weird like Kickstarter style thing they're doing?
Yeah.
Oh, Matthew Kerswig is watching us from France.
Hello, Matthew in France.
Yeah, so we do have people overseas watching us.
We've pulled out of you!
Yeah.
Matthew, we would have stayed inside Paris if it was up to us.
Hilton?
No.
I mean,
Austin says we need sound effects on the button. No, we just need more buttons.
I mean, I never got pregnant using the pull-out method, so clearly it works, or I'm barren.
Or Willie's just really lazy.
Maybe. Lazy sperm.
Maybe
Well, what
he's
if his
faking
sperm
it.
had clubfoots?
And they can't get there.
Can't get there. I love you, sweetie.
Austin.
They're trying to swim, but they
Willie,
just
if you want me to
gradually veer
punch
the
her
left.
for you, post a comment.
They have Finding Nemo. Little
Hold on, so you're talking about your husband's sperm to a whole 9 people.
Valerie, hold on. I'm
online.
going to answer
9
Valerie.
people.
Valerie, Alan didn't invite Jesse.
Yeah.
What a dick.
I mean, would he have come?
Probably.
I mean,
Oh,
Jesse was.
I'll have him and Chris next time.
That's a bad idea.
See
but
what I mean?
See what happens. Go for it.
So-
Valerie, I would like to point out we have a good tour story with Valerie because she lives on the West Coast, met us for a gig in Portland, and gave Jesse a wonderful homemade artistic gift, which he was supposed to fly back with. And it just so happened that this gift was made out of nails.
Oh yeah.
It looked like some kind of improvised explosive device. So we did get to display the improvised explosive nail art in the house, but we had to FedEx it back before we got on the plane.
What you're saying is she is a member of.
Maybe, I don't know.
So you.
Gregory Kelly is listening while playing WoW. Good job.
Oh wow!
What do you play? Greg? Are you a? I don't know. Are you someone I know and that I just don't know in real life? Because it could be. Sometimes I have World of Warcraft friends that go to our gigs and I don't know who they are. Then they'll tell me their screen name and then I'll know.
They're almost like real.
They're almost like.
All right, so that's a good. Nina, what have you got for tours?
Short stories. Okay, so Metzatol. We played a show in the same area as Metzatol. It was like 2 shows going on 2 different stages.
What's
and
Metzatol?
They're a
Metzatol's
folk metal band.
I thought it was like some sort of anesthesia.
I mean, it could be.
You tell stories.
But I'm just gonna go pee. So
Oh man, I wish we had a portable camera.
I take it with
You should get a GoPro.
put it on his
broken anything
dick. That's a thing. Playing with Metzatol. Anyway, beginning of the show, we hang out with the lead singer. He's really cool. After the show, he's super drunk. So he sees me and he's like, "Whoa, hey Nina!" And he picks me up and he literally starts carrying me to the tour bus. So I'm like 5 feet tall and he's like 6 foot something. So he's huge and with giant arms. So I'm like, I can't fight this guy off because he's like got me in a bear hug. So Josh like grabs me around the waist and picks me from him and sets me back down. They kind of herded me back away.
Now clarify, did you feel like you were about to be raped, or was he just playing around?
I don't think if I'd said no, like really, really a lot and loud, he would have continued. But it was definitely like a shock.
It was definitely like, I want to touch you.
Yeah. It was definitely like, I want to touch you and I'm going to. And yeah. No, you play Alliance. Get the fuck out of here. Leave the hall.
Hold on, what's Alliance?
Alliance is the lame side. There's the Horde and the Alliance.
Hold on, it's 4 a.m. in France.
We got
Got
awesome
awesome
fans.
Yeah, you do. You do. Omelette du fromage. That's French.
Friend. He's omelet. He's omelet.
Omelette. Well, that's.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. No, I can't really defend that story at all. But that's a Toll's a great band.
I mean, do you hate this guy? Would you still?
No,
No hard feelings,
No,
right?
he's fine. No, I love the guy. I actually really love
Welcome
that
back.
band. Yeah. Actually, I brought the CD home, and it's like me and Willie, one of our favorite CDs. 740 in Vancouver.
You got. Wow. You guys have a pretty far reach all the way across.
Yeah.
So I have
Matthew in France. It must be like 5 in the morning.
4 a.m.
4 a.m. Yeah.
440. Well, I have a question, Matthew in France. Would you travel to England to see these guys? Let me know. Also, InfoWarsStore.com, link in the. All right. So what's next for a Sound of Thunder or Woman of War?
Well, Man of War is only going to be probably 1 or 2 gigs for now.
Yeah, at the most.
You know, we'll see how it goes. Maybe there will be more, but you know, Chris has to recover. And we're not sure the timeline of his surgery yet. We have an album, and our next album is done. It's mastered. Dusan, our painter, is about to start the cover artwork. We have
Your house painter?
Yes, yeah. He does
11
really
p.m. in
cheap
New
album
Brunswick, Canada.
covers.
Greg, stop playing Alliance.
It's stupid.
Hold on. Let's. I want to follow up on comments, but I want to hear what Josh has.
Okay,
to say.
yeah. So our next studio album is done, but we don't have any plans to release it yet because we need to be able to play shows.
You need a tour to support it.
Well, yeah, and we're looking for labels. Possibly we could go it again on our own if we have to, but we might, go a different way this time. I'm not sure. We have a 4-track EP separate from that might be bonus on a Kickstarter, or it could go with something else. And then we've got multi-camera live video that's being edited right now. That could come out as part of one big Kickstarter, or it could be a separate thing.
Is it just one song, or is it like a whole
No,
concert
it's a
thing?
whole show.
Cool.
It was a headlining show, so it was like a 90-minute set.
Where did you guys record that?
Bunker in
Leesburg.
Leesburg.
Yeah.
It was actually a very nice stage.
Is not like they don't get touring acts really, but they have a really nice big stage.
Very cool. I didn't know they even did like local shows. I thought it was just there.
Yeah, actually, I got a guy you should get in touch with to play there once you guys.
Once
have
we get
it
our
lined
shit
up.
together.
Yeah. No. It was a good venue. The sound was good. The stage, and the reason we picked it is because the stage was big and looked cool and was good for a video.
Again, looks cool. All right, so let's catch up on these comments here. Arts Blast is telling us what time it is. The Real Monster D. Well, I'll say this much, and I love Maiden. Maiden were playing a huge stadium in, let's say, Philly, and the Sound of Thunder wound up playing some third-floor bar in Chinatown. I'd go with the Thunder. How do you feel about that?
Feels great.
Because you guys definitely have that dedicated fan base.
We do. It feels great.
It's impossible to process because like my favorite bands like are Maiden and Black Sabbath, and there's there's like a couple of people on the planet that say a Sound of Thunder is their favorite band is really weird.
Even if it's just
Actually,
one.
one of my roommates actually is like a big fan of you guys, and he was kind of like dumbfounded when I caught him listening to you guys on his phone. And I told him like, oh, I know them, and he's like, really? Like, yeah, like
It's really weird.
Normal people.
It is
Like,
weird. Okay, so this is a recent story. I was playing WoW, and new.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
I know. A new member of the guild shows up, and we're talking metal, and he's like, "Oh, these are my favorite metal bands," and I'm like, "Oh, I'm in a band," and I show him, Udaroth, the video, and he's like, "Wait, that's you?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh, God, I've had a weird crush on you for like years. I had no idea that was you," and I'm like, "Yes."
So he thought you were Josh.
Yes, definitely thought it was Josh. Yeah.
What did hold on, you said your roommate's a fan of them.
Yeah.
You tell him you're interviewing them tonight?
Yeah. I shared the link and all that and told him.
Cool.
Also, we broke 10.
Oh, sweet.
We broke 10?
Double digits! And see what I tell you, we plan for a half hour and we end up going for like an hour.
This is what we were talking about when we talk about a Sound of Thunder's draw.
Yeah, Nina, my bad.
We have
Actually,
10.
Whole
10.
People.
Nina, I actually snuck a Snapchat photo of you, and I was like, "That's Nina from the Sound of Thunder." And he goes, "Oh shit, really?" I'm like, "Yeah, here's a link." So
Nice.
hopefully he's watching. I don't know. But like,
Nice. Somebody's telling thing we should show tits?
Um,
Don't go for it, guys. Nice. That's nice. This is nice.
You gotta do yours again.
You gotta do yours.
You
again.
missed me?
Yeah, I missed you. I got us though.
Mine's the best.
oh God, you're so pasty.
Oh my god, he's like glowing.
And Austin Hamlin production.
Hold on, can we just? I want to get a screenshot later, Josh. Show your tits again. I want the Austin Hamlin thing at the
The
bottom.
glow.
No.
That's gonna be our new.
Now it's exploitative.
Oh, okay.
Exploitative.
It's good. We'll do it in post.
Well, yeah, we'll fix it in post. We'll fix it in post. All right. If I had much money, I'd travel to USA to share tequila with me. Oh,
Aw.
Love you.
his English tries so hard.
Matthew. The beacons of Gondor are light. Yes.
Oh,
What is it? Show them tits, you two stunt plane flyers?
what?
Who are the stunt plane flyers?
Who's Wendy Payne?
I'm guessing it's
That's
us.
you guys.
We stunt plane flyer.
We could be. Right after our dancing and singing career, we're gonna fly stunt planes in Austin Hamlin production. All
I
right.
gotta give. So Matthew is still there. You gotta give Matthew a shout out because he is literally one of our biggest fans in the
Matthew's
world.
Awesome.
Like he is the #1 guy in France.
Matthew got us a gig in Paris and we couldn't play it because Chris's arm.
Oh man.
Yeah. So, fuck. I had a whole European tour booked.
We
for
got
May.
something in the works though, Matthew.
Yeah. Something will happen.
All right, so we talked about what's next for Sound of Thunder and One Man Award. So we're going to be wrapping up soon. If anyone has questions for Josh and Nina, please throw them in the comments. This is going to be like your last 10, 15 minutes to maybe get them in. What did you guys think of Wonder Woman?
Loved it.
Loved it. Why?
I loved it because it felt like what a Superman movie should feel like. In that it gave me, hope. And it's like this was an example of a superhero that does good things because they truly believe that mankind, while shitty, is deserving of a chance of someone to help them. Whereas the Superman movie, like Man of Steel, it felt like this is a guy with guys problems, and also here's Amy Adams for no reason, and fuck everybody, and everybody explodes.
Small fact, Amy Adams is one of the highest.
I believe you. But if Amy Adams, Lois Lane were to die in a movie, I don't think anyone would care. Exactly. So,
Superman would care.
I guess, but like nobody.
That's
would,
how you start Injustice.
But like nobody would be like crying if like Amy Adams died in a movie.
I get a lot of shit from people because I have not enjoyed the DCU movies.
I have not enjoyed any of them, like literally any of them.
And like I'm get called a Marvel fanboy. I do like I read a lot of Marvel comics, but that's mostly because of money because I can't do both.
Right.
But
I thought you were the richest one in the band.
I'm not that rich. I was rooting for DC. Like I want those movies to be good.
Yeah.
But my opinion is you should never leave a Superman movie feeling fucking depressed.
Yeah.
You should leave a Superman movie feeling good about life.
Feeling
Yeah.
American.
Yeah, and
Yes.
actually, and Wonder Woman made me feel all the things I feel like you should feel at the end of a Superman movie. You could leave the Superman movie and you're like, yes, that was awesome. You remember that part where she like punched the guy in the face and like she was nice and everybody was and like bad things happened, but they wound up okay. That's like how you should feel at the end of a Superman movie, but I haven't felt that way.
Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Would you have still liked the movie if that last boss fight didn't happen? Growing
Yes.
up and her world was shattered.
Yes, because I honestly didn't think that the ending of
Wonder
Wonder
Woman.
Woman did not need to happen.
It didn't do it any favors.
No, it didn't. No, I agree with that.
That's kind of how I felt.
Yeah. No, that's how my husband felt too. It's like, oh, that was a great movie, but then the end, it's like, why did you need that? And the thing I think is that I think the DC execs were like, oh, you gotta have a boss fight because every superhero movie has to have a boss fight at the end.
But they did have a boss fight. They had that guy who was doing the super male vitality.
Yeah, I thought that was.
Link in the description, InfoWarsStore.com. Hold on, can I get you to say that once?
Link in the description, Infowars.com. Infowarsstore.com. I need to drink.
All right, so let's see. That movie blowed. Oh, Wendy hated Wonder Woman.
Everybody's entitled.
But you're a woman! Whoops, my internet is in snail mode. I'll never find out if Josh was able to save him from the clutches.
Fan bear.
What's a fan bear?
The Metatol guy.
Oh, well, she's here.
I'm here. I escaped.
Less raped than she could have been.
This guy was putting the full-on moves on her.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, if I were single, I
cannot say that I would have said no.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Would Willie have said no?
It's a good question. He actually really likes Metatol.
Willie, would you have said no? Oh, we've dropped to 8.
Ugh.
People don't like Wonder Woman.
No.
Bring the tits back.
Bring the tits back.
All right. So, any plans to go to the Northwest again? I miss you guys.
Yes. But no specific plans. So.
Yeah.
This is Oregon.
yes and no.
Yeah, no,
Seattle.
we want to and fully intend to hit everywhere. We haven't made it to Seattle, so we'd love to hit Seattle.
Oh, yeah.
But no, we've been intentionally not booking a tour because we've been trying to put together, either something with a band that we're friends with and do like a co-headlining thing, or to get on a tour with a bigger headliner, because it's expensive no matter how you do it, and if
You
you're
got
gonna
to buy onto the tour.
well,
Yeah.
you got to buy onto the tour. But even if you go on your own, it's still expensive because you're paying for gas or flights and rental cars or hotels or whatever. So if you have the option of spending a little more and playing for 1,000 people instead of playing for 50, so that's what we're trying to line up. But.
So, Real Monster D is back, and the first thing he or she hears is Wonder Woman fought a guy with super male vitality.
You sure did.
Yeah, and she kicked his ass.
Infowarstore.com. Link in the description.
He had that alpha brain. All right.
Yeah,
I think we're going to wrap it up here. We're hitting at 55 minutes and 11 viewers, and you know what they say.
11 viewers.
I mean, they say go out on a high note.
Yeah.
It's a high note. It's the highest note this show's ever been on.
Austin Hamlin production.
Austin Hamlin production. All right, thank you guys for coming. Thank you for being good sports while I sort of poke fun at you. Anything else you want to say to your friends?
I thought you were going to be way more brutal.
I thought I was going to drink way more tequila.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for hanging out. And, you don't need to put up with Alan if you want to ask us questions. You can just message us. So
They're very
I
friendly
wouldn't
people.
deal with him again.
Oh no, I'm a piece of
His nickname is literally local piece of shit.
literally. I'm local, no matter where you go.
Yeah. Like if you see an article in the newspaper about Alan, it's going to start with local piece of shit.
All right. Oh, Gregory Kelly.
Wait, I forgot one tour story.
Okay.
If you can consider the local area a tour story.
Let's hear it.
Which is when we
Is this
had
about me?
a album release show at Empire. The first time in our career that a promoter
Oh, they were so nice.
supplied beer for a Sound of Thunder, and we had a refrigerator full of beer in the green room. It had a note on it that said, "For a Sound of Thunder only." And we invited Alan to open for us with his band Death Penalty out of the kindness of our hearts. And we went and we checked on our gear, and we came back, and all the fucking beer was gone.
I think I left you a note explaining myself.
I think there might have been an IOU in the fridge.
Was that the same? Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're even.
Is that the same gig that we played with Bloodcore?
It might have been, yes.
Blood corpse.
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 I still love that name.
All right.
Next episode, The Secret History of Bloodcore.
Are we
Told by Jesse and.
Told by Jesse and Chris.
Yeah.
Actually, Jesse was gonna be a singer in Bloodcore.
If we ever get big metal famous, the Bloodcore EP will be like a
Oh, it's gotta be
$300 on
fucking
eBay.
huge.
What about that one that 3 people have from a Sound of Thunder, though?
Oh no, I got 8,000 of those in my basement.
Yeah, nobody wants
Those
that.
will never be
Nobody
valuable.
wants that. Everybody wants Penetrate Your Mind by Bloodcore, where I talk about skull fucking.
All right. That's all I've got for you guys tonight. Once again, Josh and Nina, thanks for hanging out, being good sports. Thank you all for watching. Tune in next week. Be sure to like and follow on Facebook. Be sure to roll out your trash cans and have a good night.
Infowarstore.com.
Link in the description.